All right, this is the time of the month where we do roster review with Valley Flying. Say what's up, Valley Flying.
What is up, guys? How are you?
I'm doing
My
well.
face is all red because we were laughing a lot before this.
Oh my God, I forgot. Yeah, because
Someone made a joke.
I'm a good cook apparently on stream is what's so funny, and everybody's listening. All right, so we do this every month. I've played the game for 1674, and we're just gonna go over some of the things and how we're approaching Apocalypse, how we're approaching getting through the newer content and things like that. Where do you want me to start? We're gonna just start off with where I'm at in the game. See.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, you're almost at 30 million. I was all proud of my 24. You're almost at 30.
Yeah,
dude. You're gonna be 30 next time we do this video.
29 million. My goodness, almost hitting 30 million. Yeah, it's really blown up. I'm not hoarding anymore. I've pretty much stopped hoarding, and so I've just flushed all my resources, and that's that. Yeah,
upgrading to gear 15, or are you taking characters to 16, or waiting for everybody right now?
I waited until we got the announcement, for Apocalypse, and and I'm targeting for Baby Apocalypse. So this right here, taking characters to gear tier 16, and this is going to basically be like the Unlimited X-Men. Characters that I didn't want to upgrade, like Scarlet Witch. Characters I didn't want to upgrade, like She-Hulk. Characters I didn't want to upgrade, like Hulk. Phantom X. Yeah, so, this is kind of my target, is getting the, eventually someday getting the Baby Apocalypse. I don't feel like
that's all your for Horseman characters.
Yeah.
No Scourge characters there. Okay.
Yeah, and so there's been some characters that I've been upgrading to gear tier 16. Because they're very useful in war and in Crucible, and I'm an alliance that takes war very seriously, and so I've taken characters that a lot of other people wouldn't have taken to gear tier 16, like my entire Weapon X team. I'm working on taking them to 16, and then also my Infinity Watch. So, but that's just kind of I don't know if that's good for everybody, because everybody right now, like we talk about in your video, and go check out your video, should you be focusing on Apocalypse or Dormammu, right? Everybody keeps talking about that.
That's the big question right now. Now, would you have upgraded your Weapon X Infinity Watch? That was just for War and Crucible. Is that any use outside of it for those characters?
Not really. I mean, Omega Red gets used, but I already had Omega Red upgraded. Omega Red gets used in Doom 2 and 3.3 on the second mutant node. He's very useful there.
Are you still using Deathstrike, or have you shifted over to Bionic Avengers?
I'm still I've not switched over to Bionic Avengers. Mine are not strong enough. Well, here I'll show you. They're just not strong enough, and I'm waiting for Hulkbuster. And the reason for that too is that what if they're like Web Warriors? What if they work at low power levels? Remember Web Warriors came to the game and they were just like you had like an 800,000 symbiotes, and your 500,000 Web Warriors was better.
Yeah.
Maybe that is the situation with this team. And so like, I know a lot of people have already maxed out all of these Bionic Avengers, but I'm waiting until Hulkbuster, and I'm hoping that it's a situation like Web Warriors where they just work.
Now, when you're talking maxing them out, you're talking gear 16, or because I see some decent leveling and some decent gear on them right now in your Deathlock and Viv Vision.
Oh, yeah.
When you're talking build them up.
Well, I mean, they're gonna have. I'm talking about like for me, this is leveled up, level 89. Gear tier 16. Gear tier 14 is fine, but how do I get them above that when I'm missing catalysts? I mean, the catalysts never end, right? This catalyst, and
Wait, they're giving us like 40 more per week, dude. That doesn't help you.
Yeah, I know. And so I'm upgrading them slowly. You know what I mean? Like 84. This guy will, he'll go to 85 eventually. It just takes a long time. I typically only upgrade 5 levels a day. And so 5 levels a day, so like
between whatever characters.
Yeah, like tomorrow I'll take Iron Man from 75 to 80, and that's all I'll do. I'll just do 5 levels a day, and then I'll come, and just work on a character over a course of a week, and that's that. Now I've got Lady Deathstrike, Star-Lord T'Challa, and Magic Hearted because they're currently farmable, and Magneto, I'm trying to get him to green ISO 5, and so I'm using him for ISO farming.
Okay, and what are you using Magneto for? Just War, Crucible, or some other rumors that are coming about the character?
No, so there's a counter. There's a counter against Darkhold in Cosmic Crucible, which uses Dormammu, Kestrel, and Brotherhood, and you can counter a full Darkhold team with that team.
Who's the other two Brotherhood characters?
Blob and Toad.
Pyro and Toad. Okay.
Blob and
Blob and Toad.
Yeah, you need Toad so that Blob will taunt. And then also to give the speed to Magneto. Magneto will put the blinds out there. They'll all be clumped together. Then Kestrel can fly through and put defense down on everybody. And then what happens is eventually the charge mechanic on Dormammu just wipes out the other team over time.
I look forward to seeing that.
Yeah, but it requires upgraded characters, and so I have to, like if I don't land the blinds on Magneto, it doesn't work. You know what I mean? So like, you got to have a decent Magneto. So I'm working on it. Typically I've been using if I have a Darkhold, if I'm playing against a Darkhold inside a Crucible, what I'll do is I will use Infinity Watch, pull out Nebula, because Nebula doesn't assist anyways because of because of Morgan Le Fay's passive, and then I just put in Dormammu. So Dormammu plus Infinity Watch and Dormammu instead of Nebula, and that worked fine.
Nice. Okay. I might try that as well. Now, are there any other characters besides your Weapon X or Infinity Watch that you've upgraded, and non-Horseman, non-Scourge characters that you're working on upgrading this past month or so?
Let me think. It's Hulk, Scarlet Witch, She-Hulk characters I didn't really want to upgrade. That's
just the future characters.
Yeah, future characters. You also, it has to be where there's resources available. So Mystic is typically starved, and it's hard to get Mystic upgraded and things like that. So I feel like that. The characters I've upgraded, have been useful inside of Scourge events, like Squirrel Girl, or they're currently useful in Arena, like Icarus. I think where I'm putting my Blue ISO 4 is a big deal. So Blue ISO 4, I've gone and done the Darkhold, right? So the 4 Darkhold, not Scarlet Witch. Everybody but Scarlet Witch.
You'll eventually do Scarlet Witch.
And then I did Rogue, right? So there's 5 characters, right? And there's 12 characters in game. There's Scarlet Witch, and then there's the other 4 Unlimited X-Men, which I'm not really thrilled about doing that. I'll probably do Gambit next, and then there's She-Hulk and Hulk. And I'm not too excited about taking them to Blue ISO 4. But maybe that'll make sense when we get the full Gamma team. We don't know what that looks like. Maybe Red Hulk will make them amazing, and it'll be worth it. So we'll have to see. I did take Dormammu to Blue ISO 4, and it is what it is. They're pretty consistent.
Do you regret that? You did that before that was announced. Do you regret that now, looking back in hindsight?
I don't know. If I wanted to offset that mistake, I could buy those ridiculous offers. That's basically, if that is actually a mistake, which I don't know that it is, right? But if that
it's giving you value it's giving me value. I don't know if it's a mistake.
Yeah, but if it slows me down from getting Baby Apocalypse, then it's $120 mistake, because that's basically what they're selling. The conversion from Blue ISO 3 to Blue ISO 4. Outrageous, right?
Yeah, that's very big. All right.
Let me show you my war offense teams, because this is kind of a important thing. You
change your war so often.
Yeah. So Weapon X, is pretty much the ultimate.
You still using them on Heroes for Hire, or other teams you're looking for at this point?
No, it's pretty much going to be a Darkhold team. It depends on what they do. If they do, there's so many scenarios, right? Darkhold manifests itself in 3 different ways: with Dormammu, with Red Guardian, or with Scarlet Witch, and they all play differently. So it just depends, right? And so, I could go into each one, but then that'll take too long to explain.
That'll be a different video. That'll be a different video.
You know what I mean? And then Infinity Watch, is also another team where, quite often they're getting used to clean up the bigger teams, or it depends on whether globals are up or down. So that goes in there. Now, this typically will be used for one or a couple things. There's that Heroes for Hire team with Dormammu. Sometimes you use this to go against that. It also can be used against Hero Asgardians. Hero Asgardians get blown up pretty quickly. Even with just you don't even need Silver Surfer. I usually will take Silver Surfer and Emma out and put in like Hela and Black Bolt if I'm going up against Hero as Guardians, and just let Cersei and Icarus do their work. Then this team right here, primarily using it against Madeline Pryor. This is not a great team. It just gets used wherever. This right here, I'll use against a weak Wakandan, like a punch across.
Okay.
And then this team right here.
You still use them against Web Warriors? The
No.
Black Order against Web Warriors?
No. I don't use that against Web Warriors. I use this against Web Warriors right here. Punch up huge. This right
Young
here,
Avengers.
Young Avengers, or this team actually almost it kind of works against punch down against a Hero as Guardians. You can use this against heroes as Guardians also.
Not punch across, not punch up, just punching down.
Yeah, punching. I've punched up before, but it's a sketchy match. You kind of have to get the disrupted off of Sif with Jessica Jones, then you have to get the ability block from Squirrel Girl on Sif, and then you have to blow up Valkyrie first, or hopefully blow up the whole team at once. You don't really want to piecemeal it. You want to blow up you want Doom to go off and take out like 3 people simultaneously, and let Captain Marvel clean up the rest. So it's kind of tested in practice mode. I will. Yeah, it actually works. And the problem is, in real life war, they have a lot more health when globals are up, and so I don't know if it plays out the same. This is almost a perfect Web Warrior counter. Punches up huge, hundreds of thousands of punch up.
I've been just like smashing the Web Warriors in Crucible with the Dark Hunters. Not
in Crucible. I wouldn't use this team.
That Elsa and the Web Warriors just demolishes them. It's not even the rest of them. It's Elsa and all her pings from the dodges.
Oh yeah. Well, definitely do not use this in Crucible, because they lose all their bonuses.
They suck in Crucible.
Yeah, they suck in Crucible because they get like a 35% offensive boost. So it's all about the basic attack on long shot can't be dodged. So just use basic attack. They die. And then also special on Zemo can't be dodged also. So it's a pretty simple matchup. This right here wipes.
Oh, interesting.
This wipes Wakandas. Wakandas don't have a way of cleansing. They just don't. And they're blinded the entire match.
That's nice. That's a pretty fast team too. I noticed against Wakandas, they take a lot of turns before some of my teams even do anything. So that's a pretty fast team you got there.
Yeah, this is war, so they're not as fast. Yeah, so they're this can go up against a lot of different teams, weaker mercenary teams. Oftentimes this can go against Web Warriors too if you need to. But they're just kind of just there to be used. And this right here, Heroes for Hire. This has so many different uses, but typically this is a team used to sack and to take out, let's say, a Red Guardian. Whenever somebody puts Red Guardian on a Darkhold team, you got to get rid of the Red Guardian first. So, if you want to use Weapon X, so this is used to take out the Red Guardian. This right here just kind of clean up on a lot of different teams. I think you can use this against some of these newer teams with Hulks, or I've used it against like some of the weaker Madeline teams.
Okay.
And these right here are just sack teams, and this is actually on defense, so it doesn't really matter much. So
Unlimited X-Men Zone. Okay, now the main event. I want to see your Crucible defense, because that's what we talked about when we were recording the video.
Before I show you my defense, I want to give credit to Dorky Dad. A lot of these strategies are featured in his video right here. And, not all of them, but some of them are in his video. But be sure to check out video. Link will be in the top of the description. Plus, he also will give the counters, which I'm not going to talk about the counters. But if you want to know what the counters are to these teams that were in my defense, then you can go check it out in Dorky Dad's video.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
What do you have left to counter? It's like everything's on defense.
It's a heavy defense, and this is a new strategy. We're going to try it out. I've seen a lot of other people using Dorky Dad's strategy, or Dorky Dad made videos about what a lot of people are putting on defense. I'm not really sure who came up with these teams or how, but I found out about them from Dorky Dad. And then we got right here in room 1, we've got Hero as Guardians, which is kind of fun. I feel like I have to upgrade that team one way or another for war, also for the Scourge event.
Rolk, or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, Red Hulk. So it's like I got to upgrade that team anyways, right? So
Yeah.
it's a team that is going to get use. Darkhold on defense is a doozy, and I definitely have counters to that. The
Jeez.
counters typically involve Dormammu. So like if you look on my team, I do not have Dormammu on defense because I use Dormammu to counter that team. There's a couple different Dormammu teams that work against that. This is just
and unlimited, man. You're mean.
I'm just mean. Yeah,
You're
defense
mean
heavy.
with your defense.
There's a couple counters to that team. I won't get into all of them, but yeah, there's a couple counters to that team. I've seen Mystic Amplification, and I've seen people put Dormammu here, and I think that makes the team even worse. But I use Dormammu on offense, so I didn't feel like that's what I wanted to do. This is a team that I got directly from Dorky Dad, Zemo Factor. Most of the teams that can beat this team have something to do with Cosmic.
Okay.
And so it comes down to a mirror match, and Zemo really messes up the mirror match. I know because I played against it. It's absolutely horrible.
I actually like that one. I found my Weapon X is not as reliable as it has been. I might use that one.
Yeah, so that's a fun one. And then this last one is also found this one out from Dorky Dad, and I played against it in War before. Really annoying because Doom is getting fed energy from Okoye and Killmonger.
I played against one of those this morning. The Infinity Watch does well against them, but you need an Infinity Watch for probably one of these other teams. So that's a problem.
Yeah. You can't. I actually sacked it, and then I did Young Avengers. So I was able to Young Avengers this the other day. So when I played against it, so that's the teams that I'm using on defense. It's defense heavy. Be sure to check out Dorky Dad's video where he has more than just those teams there, and he has different strategies, and you can implement it whatever works with your roster. But that's what I'm doing currently.
Nice. That's what I was interested in. Your War and your Crucible.
Okay. Anything else you want to take a look at?
No, I think you're upgrading the right characters. You have a lot of the good ones upgraded. You have good strategy for these Apocalypse coming up, and I like your teams that you're using in War and Crucible right now.
Yeah. All right. So
I like it.
Be sure to head over to Valley Flying's channel where we talk about who should be going after, Apocalypse or Dormammu. It's an excellent conversation. Anything you want to say before we go?
It depends. So watch the video.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And keep on gaming.